going on, guys? Hope you all are having a good Friday evening. I'm your host, Ben Cruz, for a special edition of Patriots Preview. For those that don't know, I am a New England Patriots fan, and I decided that each week I'm going to come on here and discuss quickly a little bit of each Patriots games, kind of the ins and outs of the games. Uh, and just, I know obviously for my other show, we kind of talk just a lot of the other football games specifically. But as a Patriot fan myself, I feel that I love to kind of do a quick show each week and kind of get my ins and outs of the opponent and some of the things to watch out for each game for the New England Patriots. Before we get started, make sure to follow, like, comment, subscribe to all of our shows on the IM6 and the MI6 network. We greatly appreciate it. Of course, outside of this show, I do my own show called Kicking It with Cruz each week, usually twice a week, doing baseball, football, college football. Basketball's coming up pretty soon. So, hopefully, you guys will get the chance to take a look at that stuff and that content. It's a lot of awesome stuff there, as well as Sports Weekly with some of my co-hosts, Isaiah Leon, Laura Antonio. My Kicking with Cruz, I have a co-host, James Gonzalez. Does some great stuff on his other network as well, Coast to Coast Network. So obviously, there's a lot of stuff outside of this quick show that I'm going to be doing each week in Patriots Preview. Extra point as well during the week. And then next week, we're going to have Batter Up, which is going to be a roundtable with me, Laura Antonio, and Isaiah Leon, and we're going to be previewing the baseball playoffs. So, just really quick, updates and stuff for you guys before we get started for tonight's program. But if you guys would like to comment on anything specifically Patriots related for this game on Sunday against the Dallas Cowboys, by all means, feel free to do so. So, with that being said, let's quickly get into our show for tonight. Um, and we're going to kind of go through the injury report. We're going to get through kind of what I'm expecting for the Patriots in this game, what I'm expecting from the Cowboys in this game, record wise specifically, players to watch out from both sides. And that'll be pretty much be it. We're going to pretty much do kind of about 35 to 40-minute type of show for each week, and hopefully you guys will get the chance to enjoy it. For all the Patriot fans out there, and even non-Patriot fans, are welcome to join each week. So, without further ado, we're gonna get started here. And so, the Patriots have their Week 4 game as they're going to go play against the Dallas Cowboys uh, in Dallas at AT&T Stadium. The last time that the Patriots and Cowboys faced off each other was last year in Foxborough. The Cowboys came up on top in overtime in a high, thrilling scoring game. Dak Prescott hit CeeDee Lamb in the end zone for the overtime winner. That was obviously back and forth, and that was a good game despite the result for the Patriots. So we'll see specifically in terms of where this game goes compared to last year's game. The things to watch out for really in this one is the lines of scrimmage. Now, uh, the Patriots do get a little bit of a break here, especially on the offensive line for Dallas. Right now, Tyron Smith, the Pro Bowl left tackle, is likely to be out in this game. I think that is absolutely crucial news. Specifically, hopefully he's okay. But for the Patriots standpoint, that's obviously massive. Matthew Judon or Josh Uche will be able to really take, I think, advantage of that next guy that might be backing up Tyron Smith. Uh, Another thing too is for the Cowboys, they have Tyler Badias, the center. He is currently questionable with a hamstring, as well as Zach Martin, who is a really good guard. He is currently questionable. He was limited in practice. So even if those two guys are going to play, you don't know how 100% they're going to be. And I think that for the Patriots specifically, they do have their own offensive line problems. They've been kind of going in and out in terms of finding kind of the right line from left tackle to right tackle, the right combinations, at least kind of start the year because they just had a lot of injuries to start this year. And so I think specifically a guy like City So, who is uh, kind of rounding off with that right tackle position along with Lowe. I think we're kind of have to really see who's going to be that right tackle specifically. So I think's played a lot of really good football, and he's coming off of a concussion that he's going to be off the injury report for. And I think that's really big news for the Patriots. The rest of the guys that are limited right now from the Patriots side, Christian Barmore, the defensive lineman from Alabama, Devon Godchuk left last week's game against the Jets. He's limited, which is not bad news. Jonathan Jones has missed the last 2 weeks for the Patriots. He is absolutely crucial, especially against Dallas's weapons. They obviously have CeeDee Lamb, who is one of the best receivers in football. Brandon Cooks is their wide receiver too, who's a very explosive receiver. And then, of course, they have Michael Gallup. So the Patriots secondary is definitely going to get tested like they've been tested the last couple weeks here. Of course, going against the first week was the Eagles' weapons with Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. Week 2 was Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Last week it was Garrett Wilson with the Jets. This week it's going to be CeeDee Lamb, and obviously Chris Gonzalez is likely going to be against CeeDee Lamb. Now, speaking of Christian Gonzalez, congratulations to Christian Gonzalez, and he has been awarded the Rookie of the Month for September. He was absolutely fantastic, especially the way that he had to come into the season and go against some of the top premier receivers in the game. He had to go against Smith and Brown and Hill. He really held his own. Even he had an interception against the Dolphins, and the way that Tua and that Dolphins team has been playing to start has been absolutely incredible. But he had an interception that game, and then he played really well last week on Garrett Wilson and the Jets. So, congratulations to Christian Gonzalez, and hopefully that's just kind of the start of what's to come for him. The other guy specifically is Cole Strange. He obviously has still been kind of banged up as of late. So, right now, I think your offensive line could be Verdanian Lowe, possibly at right tackle. At left tackle, you'd probably have Trent Brown, who had a really good game last week. Trent had to go against a really good defensive front in the Jets last week, and I don't think he allowed a lot of pressures really in that game last week, which is absolutely massive. The Patriots really need to have good protection, especially pass protection, which they struggled with the last couple weeks. But I thought that their run blocking is a lot better last week, and I think the way that the Patriots can really exploit this Dallas defense is Dallas has been one of the worst rushing defenses so far in football. They've given up at least 5.5 yards per carry against opposing running backs. And last week, the Cardinals and James Conner were able to really exploit that as he had a really good game last week, as well as Rondale Moore, receiver, was able to have a really good explosive game uh, for the Cardinals. So I think the Patriots specifically, they have to run the football, and Ramondre Stevenson hopefully can get himself going in this one. He's really kind of struggled the first couple weeks here, and then Ezekiel Elliott is obviously having his homecoming. He's coming off of an 80-yard rushing game in this one, and I think specifically if you're the Patriots, um, you obviously have to keep running the football. That's going to be kind of the way that you can be able to win against this Dallas defense. Dallas is a very good front, and I think that's the best way to do it. So, I think really you look at this game right now, and people think, well, Dallas is 2-1. The Patriots are 1-2. And I think Dallas is going to come out firing on all cylinders. Right now, Dallas is a 6-point favorite, 6.5-point favorite. But the Patriots are coming in, and I think really this could be a game that they can give Dallas some problems. As we actually have here, my friend Laura joining. Laura, hopefully you're doing well.
Doing great, Ben. I mean, I thought this was going to be at night, but thanks for having me on anyway. I have a little bit of time to talk to you about Patriots and Cowboys and what we need to do for the Patriots to get a victory against a really good Dallas team. I mean, losing the first two kind of sucked, but the third game against the Jets, I thought it could have been a lot better just because I felt like we could have put more points against a Zach Wilson-led Jets team, but the Jets defense really kept the Patriots offense at bay.
Yeah. I appreciate you coming on, Laura, for sure. I figured I'd do it now because you're going to be busier later. And we did a lot of these last year, and I think that we can definitely keep this trend going for this year. So hopefully that's the case. But if you're the Patriots, I think personally that they really can be able to find some mismatches in this game. Like I mentioned before, you coming on, that the Dallas defense, the rushing attack is obviously really good, but their running defense hasn't been as good. And I think if you're the Patriots, that you can be able to exploit that.
Well, I mean, the Patriots' defense is good. I think Dallas's defense is also good as well, and I really think that if Dak doesn't turn the ball over, you could see the Dallas Cowboys really win this football game. I think the Patriots are going to have to take advantage of the turnover battle if Dak Prescott is struggling.
I 100% agree. So, right now, personally, there's no guys out for the Patriots on the injury report, but I mentioned before for the Cowboys, they do have Tyron Smith out, and he's obviously one of the best offensive linemen in football. So I think if you're the Patriots defensive line, that they can go after Dak Prescott and hopefully be able to force some turnovers. And hopefully, too, the Patriots can be able to win a football game with Mac Jones, be able to carry the load and not worry about the defense bailing them out.
Well, if you look at the Patriots, I mean, Mac Jones is off to a decent start. I mean, his first quarters have not been that great, but he has made adjustments in the second and third and fourth quarter. I mean, I think overall this year he's been playing a lot better than he was last year because now that Bill O'Brien is here, Bill O'Brien has really made an impact on Mac Jones.
Definitely. Bill O'Brien's definitely done wonders for Mac Jones for sure. It's the biggest thing is the weapons. I think personally we kind of talked about that for a couple years now. Juju Smith-Schuster, we got to see specifically how we can get him involved in the offense more. I think personally Kendrick Bourne's doing a pretty good job. Mike Gesicki, Hunter Henry, and others. But I think Juju is a guy that we brought a lot of money in. And kind of taking over what Mars supposed to be, and I just haven't seen it really much yet. So hopefully, specifically, you get the running game going that opens up some play action. And I think hopefully with the Patriots, they don't get behind in this game. They're not built to win games far behind. So hopefully, if you're the Patriots specifically, get it off to a really good start. And hopefully just see if they can pull off this win.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, when Tom Brady was a Patriot, he dominated the Cowboys in his tenure here. I mean, last time the Patriots played the Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb got the winning touchdown in overtime.
Definitely, we talked about that before you coming on. And I think Christian Gonzalez has done a really good job the first couple weeks here, guarding some of the most premier receivers in the game. And he obviously was Rookie of the Month. And he deserved it because the challenge that came off right away as a young rookie did a pretty good job. So I think that if you're the Patriots with Gonzalez and the defense, you can't let a lot of their offensive weapons take over in this game and get as much pressure as you can against Dak Prescott with a lot of their questions on the offensive line in doubt right now for Sunday.
Well, I mean, if you talk about this game here, I really think that if you look at it, the Patriots, however, they're going to have to They're going to have to play their best football because, after this game, the Patriots are going to be playing the New Orleans Saints at home. And if Derek Carr comes back, I think that if he comes back, I mean, that Saints offense could be prolific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just look at the league rankings right now with the Patriots and Dallas. Dallas is averaging 29 points a game. They're fifth in offense. They just came off of a tough loss in Arizona where they scored 16 points. They had a really hard time scoring in the red zone. Kind of similar to what the Patriots had the last couple of years, and not being able to cash in on red zone opportunities. The Patriots so far have only averaging 17 points a game. So obviously, firstly, they have to get over that 20 mark, especially against a team like Dallas, where they're going to be coming in, obviously really hungry for a win. The yards per game specifically, Dallas is 12th, and the Patriots are 15th. Passing yards per game, actually, Dallas is only averaging about 220 yards passing yards per game. The Patriots are ninth. I think specifically that Bill O'Brien's been able to let Mac Jones script it a little bit more than usual. But I also think specifically they feel a bit balanced compared to the last 4 weeks here.
Well, yeah, I mean, you talk about the Patriots' remaining schedule after the Saints. I mean, in their games, they got to play the Raiders, and they got Buffalo and Miami next month. So those are going to be, I think that's the tough part of the schedule here. But, I really think that the Patriots will try to find a way to win.
I hope so too. I think personally that's the goal, right? They're coming off a game where they just beat Zach Wilson barely, and I think they have the Saints. They have a couple of favorable games coming up, Laurel, and I think that we'll talk more about this in the next couple of weeks. Here is they really, even if they're 1-3, I think personally, if they can keep this game close. They got the Saints with question marks at quarterback. Derek Carr might not play. They're going to probably have Jameis Winston possibly play. Then the Raiders come in. Their offensive line is a mess. Who knows specifically in terms of who's going to be that quarterback for them. Their running game hasn't been great. And it really took a fluke play last year for the Patriots to lose that game in Vegas. And I think for the Patriots, they know that from last year. And I think that they're going to take advantage of that game. Then they got the Colts, which, it's a 9:30 game. They have the Commanders, a lot of games specifically coming up after Dallas where they kind of really had, I wouldn't say their easy parts coming up, but I feel like their hard part of their schedule was like really the first couple games. I mean, you had Eagles, you had the Miami. I mean, the Jets obviously, it was going to be with Aaron Rodgers, but you had Zach Wilson. So, obviously that kind of, doesn't really count much, but they had to win. Then you have Dallas going to that environment's really tough. Then obviously you have the Saints. They have a lot of tough question marks, specifically at quarterback. But I think with the Patriots specifically, Lauro, if they could be within until the bye week at least, kind of 4-3, even 4-4, at least for the first 8 games. Miami looks like they're going to be a force to be reckoned with as long as Tua is healthy. The Bills obviously, as long as Allen's there, they're looking really good defensively as of late. And obviously the Jets have a lot of their issues because they don't know their situation at quarterback. So, we'll see in terms of what happens this weekend, Laura. But like I said, I appreciate you coming on. We obviously for these each week aren't probably going to be too long because we talk about kind of the stuff throughout the week. Before I kind of let you go, and we kind of conclude for this, quick little preview show that we'll probably have each week here. What is one thing that you're expecting for the Patriots, offensively and defensively to watch out for? Is there anything that you personally want them to kind of focus on to really beat a team like Dallas? And what would be your confidence level if they essentially, because I don't think a lot of people are giving the Patriots really a chance to win this game. but I think it's gonna be a lot closer than what people think too. I really do. I think that the Patriots have been playing teams close, at least to start the year. We really like what the defense has been doing. Tyron Smith is out for Dallas. They have question marks at their center. Zach Martin's been questionable for this game this weekend. Um, Dallas has their own issues too. But what do you think? What is the overall keys to the game come Sunday?
I think the Patriots are going to have to take advantage of the turnover battle, just because
Yep.
the Dallas offensive line is missing Tyron Smith. If Dak Prescott turns the ball over, either throws interceptions or gets sacked, then I think that's how the Patriots win this football game. Even though that the offense is better this year than it was last year, I think the Patriots defense will really carry this team to a victory over Dallas. I'm confident in like our defensive line. I mean, Matthew Judon is going to get a lot of sacks. If he does get a lot of sacks, you're going to see the Patriots will probably dominate in this game.
I hope so. Yeah, that's obviously kind of what we're looking for specifically. So, but yeah, 425 on Fox. Kevin Burkhardt and our main crew are going to be doing this game. So, without further ado, that was our quick Patriots little preview. We'll talk more about it on my show with PJ Cruz as well as the Extra Point next week. So hopefully you guys will get the chance to hear recaps of the game. But that was our quick Patriots preview show. We will have more shows the next couple weeks here. We'll probably have one next week to preview the Saints game. Thank you, Laura, for joining real quick and coming on for a quick little segment here. Hopefully the Pats will play really good football. And just hopefully that they can come out with a win. We'll see what happens. All right, we'll see you guys next week. And have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend, Ben.